Hi, this is Monty with another can-do moment. I just bought this Aiper electronically controlled sprinkler system, and I did that because we're under restrictions on watering, and a lot of water goes down the street. And this thing here, I can control exactly where it's going to water, and I hope it reduces my water usage. So we're going to open this up and see what's in here. And I will finish installing this today, I hope. Okay, that's going to be a little tough. Okay. That's probably the bottom. Let's open the top. There's a lot of the instructions right there. The whole manual. Set that aside. So there it is. I'll go to work today, getting this set up. It's electronically controlled, and we'll get back with you as I install it. So in order to install my Aiper sprinkler, I bought some additional items. One of them is a hose. Now I bought a stainless steel hose because it's going to be sitting outside all the time, and I'm going to either bury it in the ground or I will attach it to the deck back there. And in looking at it, I'm a little disappointed. You see the small opening in the fitting there is going to restrict flow, so we'll see what that does. I would not be surprised if I'm going to have to change that out for a larger diameter hose. I bought some clamps in case I want to attach that to the bottom of the deck. And let's see here, I've got a manifold that'll go onto the faucet, and that way I can have a couple of these sprinklers set up, plus I can still have a garden hose. And looking at this, also it's very restrictive here. It's very tight. That's going to restrict flow. So we're going to see what that does to the sprinkler system and if it can reach its maximum distance with the sprinkler with this. If not, I may have to go to a plan B of some sort. Well, first thing I had to do was dig a space for it and level it off. There's a little orange thing that goes in there that this sits on to help anchor it, and then install 4 screws. Now I didn't install those until after I had plugged it in and hooked the water up to make sure that it worked right. When it turned on like it should, then I anchored it down. It's good and steady. By the way, the electric line, when you plug it in down there, it's got a little key on it. You got to make sure it's turned right when you plug it in. Don't mess that up, try to force it. It should go pretty easy. I put everything up underneath the deck out of sight and used some hose clamps for that. I had to install an app from Aiper in order to run this thing. The app was easy to install. It required of course, an update as soon as I put it in, and I had to set up an account and all that, of course. But once I did, I was able to map it pretty easily, got the yard watered where I wanted it, saved it as Area 1, had to name my Aiper IrriSense 2, for the backyard in this case, and be interesting to see tomorrow morning how it starts. Part of the setup also includes making a schedule. You can schedule it to water once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. You can set the time that it starts, and you can set how much water you want in inches, and I've got it set for like 0.8 inches. It looks to me like 1 inch is about the maximum that it'll go, and I don't know how long it'll run. Depending on how wide an area you're trying to cover determines how long this thing's going to run to try to put that much water down. I was concerned about the water flow because of the small water hose here, but it reached as far as I expected it to. There were parts of the yard it's not going to reach. I was aware of that, and I'm okay with it. This is going to cover most of the backyard. So I was kind of surprised with the small hose. The larger hose might have gotten a little more distance out of it. I got this Aiper IrriSense 2 online at Amazon. You can get it that way too. And the other items I got, like the hose and the clamps, I got those from Amazon also. So I ordered all that together so I'd have everything I need to put the installation in. That's it.